woohoo, we made it. We did it. We did it. Say that the March energies were heavy as bleep. Right now, so, oh my goodness. Buckle in. We are going for it. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and today I am filming from outside because, hello, look at those skies, my friends. What on earth can I say other than we are literally in heaven right now with this glorious weather? We have got blue skies. I've just got butterflies flying in front of me. There are bees doing their thing. And the time is here, my friends. The time is here. So I'm actually pre-recording the video for Lucy Davis Live at 5 on the 31st of March because it is the energy update for April. And I know I will get distracted if I do it live. So I decided to pre-record it and pop it out whilst immersed in the glory of the sunshine. So before we go any further, ladies and gents, please do let me know in the chat box, first and foremost, where you are from around the world. Secondly, how was your weekend? Did you have the most amazing time? Do let me know. Also, let me know if you can feel these energies pumping at a rate of absolute knots right now. There is a huge transition between what we have been living in March and what we have been living in, or what we're about to live and experience in April. However, although they are very different, there is still a very, very similar thread that is running through them. Now, I think it is fair to say that the March energies were heavy as bleep. Would you agree? Insert whatever word into that feels right to you. Personally, from my perspective, I am skipping out of March. Grateful that it is over. Grateful that we've only got a week of Mercury retrograde and things like that left. But there was some magic created in March. So first and foremost, I would actually like to really celebrate the fact that we have all made it out alive from the mayhem that was March. So, ladies and gents, huge congratulations. Now, as I shared last week, the previous weekend, we had an absolutely massive event in Birmingham. And it is fair to say that, again, the energies have shifted so much off the back of that. We are really bringing the embodiment of a lot of the work that has been done over the last 12 months to the surface, and some of you guys will be finding out all about that in Conscious Conversations this evening, so please do dial in. If you'd like to join my Conscious Conversations community, head over to the description field and you will find it there, the link to be able to sign up and join. It's £11.11 a month. You get a weekly call with me, and you're part of the most amazing community, in my opinion, on the planet. Likewise, I'm running a Soul School event on the 22nd of April. I don't know why June was popping in my head there, which is why I had to just pause a minute, and I was like, no, we're not in June, we're going into April. So I'm going to be running this very powerful event. It's Soul School Online. It's basically a very woo-woo event. It's very much connecting to the soul, creating the love, creating the abundance, creating all of that beautiful stuff, but very much from a spiritual perspective. So if that resonates with you, if you are feeling like you want to be involved in some meditations with me, if you'd like to have some healing from me, if you'd like to really get connected to your soul, then please do come along to that event. It is on the 27th of April. And again, the link is in the description field for you. So without further ado, my friends, as I say, March was heavy, and my goodness, was it heavy? How many of you, let me know in the chat box, how many of you are so grateful to see at the back of March? I predicted mayhem, and my goodness, did we have it. So in March, we had to see things for what are or were. Okay, I know we're still on the last day of March, so that's why I'm putting the R in there. As much as we need time out from these heavy energies, it is not going to be happening anytime soon. However, there is going to be an air of relief around what unfolded in March, and almost like a woohoo, we made it, we did it, that kind of attitude. However, please do not get complacent. And I'm going to say that with a lot of laughter and a lot of love, because I would like, personally, maybe I'm projecting here, but I would like to just kick back right now and be like, but oh no, my friends. No such luck. We are storming on in there. Storm the beaches is what I'm being told right now. So, oh my goodness, buckle in. We are going for it. So, April is going to continue to be extremely fast, however, extremely furious. So what I was saying about March is it was going to be mayhem. It was going to be chaotic. It was going to be, a lot of truths coming to the surface. This year, 2025, is very much about truths coming to the surface. It is around revelations. It is around, an end of an era and stepping into a new era. And that is why we're just going to stoke the fire a little bit more. And April is going to go up a notch in the sense of being faster and a little bit more furious. The real thread for April is we are done settling. Settle no more, my friends, settle no more. And what will happen is we will have revelations showing as to what we have settled in. So let's say, for example, I did an Instagram live this morning about settling, and I've had a number of people reaching out to me about how they've settled in their relationships. So let's just look at the area of relationships. So let's say, for example, you and your partner have been having discussions around some element of your relationship, and maybe you've been going, you know what, to keep the peace, I'll put up with it. You know what, to keep the peace, I'll put up with it. Now all of a sudden revelations are going to kind of come up for you so that you do find your voice. You do actually lean in and become the person who you got sent down here to be. We don't need wallflowers, believe it or not. Right now we don't need wallflowers, but we also don't need fighting. This is about you being able to sit there and say, hey, this is my standard. I can compromise on it a little bit. That's your standard. Hopefully you can compromise on it a little bit. Let's find the common ground in the middle and let's work together. And if we can't do that, then it's better for all of us to go our own separate ways. It's like a maturity. We're going to have a level of maturity. That's a beautiful word that's just come out of my mouth. We're going to have maturity through April in these discussions. Now, I'm not saying we're not going to have fallouts. I'm not saying any of that stuff. What I am saying is this is a choice for us from here. So which side of the fence do you want to be on? Authenticity is the name of the game from here. This month in April, you are going to have to see yourself for exactly who you are. You are going to have to redefine who you are and who you choose to be. There is no choices from here. You have to be that. If you are making out that you are somebody who is a bit of a saint, you're going to be held to that standard. Likewise, if you are somebody who is angry at your core, like, you are going to have to recognize that that is you at your core. So this is a really beautiful shift. It probably doesn't sound that pleasant. I'm probably not pitching it to you in the best manner, but this is a really exciting time for us to be able to lean in and actually be who we were always intended to be. Now, believe it or not, ladies and gents, we do need some fighters on the planet. We do need people that are going to speak out and fight for what they truly believe is right, because all of that is going on over there, and that can kind of like give energy over there to that piece. But we also need the people who are, peacefully in their authentic version, that are happy to close doors when doors need to be closed. Like, every single bit of it. Just because these are the noisy ones over here doesn't mean that it's not strength from everybody. The great reveal is taking place. The great reveal. All aspects of yourself are coming up to be dealt with once and for all. We are unveiling our true identity. And this, my friends, is the mission going forwards. You cannot hide from who you truly are anymore. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be heard. Oh my God, how beautiful is it when people hear you properly and they really hear you? You deserve to be loved wholly and fully. There is no reason you should have to close those aspects of you anymore. This is about an unraveling. think about it at Christmas or on your birthday when you get presents and you're like, wow, what can this be? And you start to take the paper off and then there's a box on it and you're like, wow, I wonder what's in the box. And then you take the paper off. That is what's happening with you, my friends, right now. We are going to be slowly but surely unraveling all of the layers that we have had to hide behind our whole lives. Obviously, when we see ourselves for who we truly are, this is when a purge takes place within ourselves. There is going to be a purge personally. There is going to be a purge globally. There is going to be a purge within your house, within your work, in every area of your life. We are going to see purges within the government. We are going to see purges within the medical industry. We are going to see purges within education. I'm not saying all of that's going to happen in April, by the way, but this is the start of the purge for the truth to be known. Cleansing and clearing has to take place. But my friends, I must warn you that April is fire. Everything about April is fire. So this is going to burn. Burn, baby, burn is what they're telling me. Burn, baby, burn. It's time to just let it go. Light the match, let it go. Burn it. Cut the cords, cut the ties. I would like to take this opportunity to remind you that your opinion does matter. You matter. You deserve to be understood and you deserve to free yourself from this toxic matrix of settling for something that is far less than you deserve. Like I say, even in these energies right now, like the sun is on fire. So everything that has held you back, limiting beliefs, aspects of yourself that no longer serve you, all of it has to burn. Get out in the sun. Allow the fire within you to come back online. You have been quiet for too long. If you don't want to have the fire and have the fight, then pay people to do it for you. You know, I'm thinking like legal situations or stuff like that. Like just pay if you're going through a toxic situation within legal right now, literally pay somebody to be that voice for you. Find somebody with the sting in their tail to do it for you. There is nothing gentle about this month. So, as much as I said there's a shift between March and April, it is very different. This is feisty for us to figure out who we are. March was very much about dismantling so many different aspects of like other people and victim consciousness and those elements. This is, you know, this is not going to be plain sailing. And I would like to remind you not to be delusional about that. You know, like we can choose for it to be plain sailing. I wake up every morning and I'm like, okay, let's deal with everything with ease and grace. And I absolutely encourage you to say that. However, just know that April is going to be like riding a cosmic surfboard with a jet propelled engine on the back. Sounds a bit fun, doesn't it? You know, I'm not talking one of those little engines, I'm talking like a jet propelled engine. So it's gonna happen. Lean in, expect it to be fast, expect it to be tense, and expect the biggest shift in emotional purging that you've ever experienced. Now, this scares me, I'm going to be honest, because I've spent most of March crying. Through one thing and another, I had a conversation with one of my team earlier today, and I'm like, I can't stop crying. Like whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm talking about, wherever I am, like a pony ran past me earlier and I cried, you know, and I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm okay with this, but like I'd really like to know what's going on. And I truly believe it's because Gaia is purging right now. And as you guys know, I'm quite linked to Gaia. So the facts about April are we have to look at ourselves in the mirror. We have to take the rose tinted glasses off. We have to be honest with who we are and what we would like. Anything is possible if you actually resonate with the fact that anything is possible. Okay. Any of our beliefs, if they are not serving us, have to go. They're going to crumble. It's going to be dismantling. It's almost going to be an unlocking process. And I keep coming back to this cord cutting, cord cutting. I don't know if there's some of you out there that need to cut cords with people or situations or whatever, but just remember that a powerful thread of what you have been settling for is going to be stripped from us. Now, I would suggest that you do this process in April because if not, it's going to become more painful. The further we go into the year and the longer we hold on, it is going to become more painful. So look at why you have chosen to settle. Normally, we settle because of lack of self-worth. So the lack of self-worth will come to the surface. Obviously, what comes with that is trauma responses, victim consciousness. So, my friends, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we have more work to do on that. Trauma responses and coping mechanisms that we have used over the last however many years. Oh, something just went flying. Well caught, Lucy Davis. Well caught. The wind is picking up just to give us a bit of a special effect. Any of our trauma responses and coping mechanisms have to come to the surface so that we know what they are, so that we can unwind them. It's time to reclaim our power. That's what we're doing here. We have to see ourselves for who we are to reclaim the power to become who we need to be. This is about multi realms, multi facets, multi versions of us having to go through this. Now, I see that there's going to be big shifts within the financial markets during April. I see that there is going to be a shift in power. So I'm talking leaders. I'm talking leaders, maybe governments, maybe kings and queens and presidents and stuff like that. I see that there's going to be like almost like a changing of the guard with a lot of that taking place. And this is to dismantle the old world further. I also see something very large happening in American politics through April. I'm going to say it. I don't know if it's going to be an assassination attempt or if there's going to be something that bubbles up, like finally bubbles up and over. I'm being shown a Bunsen burner, like bubbling some chemicals and then just popping over the top of the, the whatever it's called, the not the petri dish, but the like the glass, whatever they're called. You guys will know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I literally see it bubbling over once and for all. And again, this is the old world collapsing. Now, I don't say this stuff to scare you guys or to put the fear of God in you. We can absolutely avoid being involved in any of that by purely choosing a higher timeline. We can have observation without consuming it. Okay, we don't have to be ignorant. We don't have to be closed off to it. But by purely living in a higher vibration, we can witness it unfolding and still not get involved. There was a recent thread that went around on Instagram, and it basically said if on a certain date you saw all of this information, you're actually living in a lower vibration. If you didn't see it, then you're living in a higher vibration. And what was fascinating is I actually did a poll, and there were a number of people that saw the lower stuff. There were also a number of people, myself included, that didn't see it at all. This is what I'm talking about with the split. Now, if you are so invested in, politics, if you are so invested in the fear side of things, you are going to see that stuff. If you are kind of like, not on my timeline, I'm just going to live for me, I'm going to look after myself, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be healthy, I'm going to be content. That is the other side of it. Okay. Both sides are happening, both sides are real. It's just what you are giving attention to is what you're going to experience more. So be very careful who you're hanging around. I have distanced myself from so many people that want to drag me into, the old stuff that I used to do. And I'm still a big fan of helping the children. Oh my goodness gracious me, that will never stop. But I don't need to get involved in what I call the truth of stuff. I don't need, that's just not in alignment with me anymore. Like I know that everything is happening for us, and I know that whatever is destined for us is going to happen, and it's going to be gorgeous. Like that's the way that I want to put it to you. But this split is going to become more prevalent. We have got people that are pretending to be shamans and things like that. We've got people that are, preying on spiritual people right now. We have got people who are still pretending that some savior is going to come and get us and take us out of this. So, you have to go with whatever your reality is, and whatever that is absolutely right for you. Okay, none of us are right, none of us are wrong. It's just whatever we are choosing to live in, we're going to live in. So please just bear that in mind as you experience. Now, in April, literally starting from tomorrow, callings and our purpose is going to come online much greater. People are going to recognize gifts. People are going to recognize gorgeousness around them. And they are going to go, wow, actually, this is what I got sent here to do. And the connection to purpose, the connection to power, once again, will be reclaimed and we can start to level up. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to happen on the 1st of April. I'm not going to say it's going to happen by the end of April, but this is the ignition to that gateway of us taking our power back and becoming who we were always intended to be. You must pay attention to dreams. I had a very, very powerful dream about somebody the other day, and um, it was really interesting because I don't even know this person particularly well, but the dream was extremely important, and it was about the voice being shut down, this person not feeling like they're good enough, feeling like they were being held back, and it was just fascinating because actually the reality is um, there is an element of that is taking place around this person, so it's just interesting. On top of that, signs and synchronicities are going to become much more prevalent. We're going to be really noticing things. Oh, wow. Like this morning, the pony running through the forest. Like for me, I'm like, okay, what is the meaning of a horse running towards me? Like, what does that mean? It wasn't actually directed at me. But then further on, I'm chatting to my team about beautiful things, and we're talking about things that are going on in Japan and Asia, and how the work that I was doing maybe 6-8 months ago is all coming to fruition now. And then two deer just bounced across my path, and I'm like, wow, that's a gorgeous sign. Two deer, two, not 10, not one, two, and they literally just bounced across my path. By the way, ladies and gents, I do literally live in heaven on earth. I'm just letting you know where I live. It is literal heaven on earth, which is why I have the deers and the ponies and everything coming towards me. It's so beautiful. So, as I just mentioned, the spiritual gifts and connection are going to come much more in line. You are going to see things differently. You are going to want to view things in a way that perhaps you've never viewed before. People are going to become much more open. My mum and my stepdad have started detoxing their vaccines now. I'm so happy for them. And they're open. All of a sudden, they are wide open to going on this journey. And it is so wonderful to spend time with them because they get me and I get them all of a sudden. There's been a few years where we've been a little bit disconnected, a few years of building it back together and things being really good. But now, oh my goodness gracious me, it's like we're all singing from the same song sheet and holding hands and skipping through the forest together. So expect more of this to come. People are going to just start to get it. They are going to see it for what it is. So do pay attention to all of that stuff. There's a really beautiful thread of creative energy coming in, which is quite interesting because I've actually got quite a few chapters of my book number 2 to read and to edit and to rewrite. And the energy is really saying, like, go do that thing. Go do that thing. Write the book, make the song, start the project, do the business, and you will be supported fully in your endeavors to do it. Letting go is going to be a big thread of April. Like I said, the longer you hold on to it, the more you're going to get burnt. If you let go and trust if something is destined for you, it is going to come back to you. If it's not you, it will be replaced by something far greater than you ever could have imagined. Now, I think in about the 3rd week of April, I just got a message from my granddad then. Don't forget it's my birthday in a few days. I'm like, thanks, granddad. I really appreciate that. My granddad's birthday is the 4th of April. So that's really beautiful that he wants to just remind us all to celebrate his birthday, which is stunning. So in about the 3rd week of April, mother-daughter wounds are going to come up. Do not be surprised if this hits you from absolutely nowhere. Like for me and my mum at the moment, oh, we have the most amazing relationship. It's so honest, it's so open, it's so consistent, it's just beautiful. And so don't be surprised if this comes out of nowhere and makes you question your previous healing. It's almost like I wonder if we're being lured into a false sense of security right now because come week number 3 of April, things are going to change massively. Whatever your previous expectations, whatever your previous beliefs are that you've changed or you've dealt with things, just be open for that to have a little bit of a shake up, is what I would suggest. Potential opportunities and possibilities are going to be there for the taking. Stop saying it's unfair that that person's got that when you're not going out and getting it. I guarantee the people who are more successful than you have literally just got up and kept going more times than you. They've got up and they've not settled. They've got up and they've stepped forward. So please, please, please do just, again, that's victim consciousness. Well, she's doing better than me. She gets more clients than me. Her business is more successful. That's victim consciousness. So recognize it, say thank you very much, but this is not on my timeline. Right. What do I need to do to be able to go and create it? So many people talk about running a business. So many people talk about things that they want to do. But the reality is they are not doing the do to create. Settling no more. Settling for nonsense, like I spoke about, no more. However, there is going to be an energy of settling, and this has just hit me. I feel like we're going to be grounded in our homes. Huh. Okay, interesting. So the way that I was going to share it with you and the way that I'm going to share it with you is that I see roots being laid. So almost like foundations for the future are being set at the moment. And you might find that you're more settled at home, although you're not settling for stuff anymore, you're settled at home, which actually is music to my ears. I'm really enjoying being a little bit more still than I have been in the last 10 years. Um, However, I just wonder if there is a hidden message in that that we're going to have to stay at home more. Just let's see how that goes through the month of April. April is going to catapult new habits. You know, there are people out there that say that they're going to do things and then they never do. You know, but there's the amount of people that are around me that say, oh, I'm going to stop vaping. I'm going to give up vaping. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It's absolute nonsense. April is the month to support that. Like, guys, I'm asking you to look at people's words. If people constantly say they're going to do things and they don't do it, know that that is them as a person. And then you have to make a decision if that is what you're willing to work with and what you're willing to be okay with. It's not my job to tell you whether you should settle for that or not. For me, it's about how important it is in my life as to whether that happens, and also the relationship, right? You know, if my friends want to go and harm themselves, although it upsets me and hurts my heart very much, so like, really, is it my job? No, it's not my job to sort that. Very different when it's a parent or a child or your partner. Okay, so new habits will be coming in. Something else that I'm really excited about is the word passion was coming through massively as I was getting this information. Expect your relationships to be spiced up somewhat. And I'm hoping that we're talking about the passionate stakes there, but I'm just hearing that it's going to become a lot more spicy through April. So I love being passionate. Like, and now obviously the other side of passion, it can be reactive and things like that. And passion comes in many ways, right? Yes, I can be super passionate about things that I love, but I can also be super passionate about things that I don't like too much. Hence why I did the protests and all of that good stuff. So, you know, but just be balanced in the way that you're looking at this right now. Um, it's going to be easier to believe in yourself through the second half of April and moving forwards. It's going to be easier to change. It's going to be easier to recognize your limitations. It's going to be easier to recognize how you've held yourself back and how you've justified your behavior. So, all in all, I think it's fair to say that there is nothing emotionally stable about this month. Absolutely nothing. I had a message from one of my followers about his pet acting up, kind of like not eating and just kind of behaving very erratically. Expect more of that through April. Expect your partners, expect your pets, expect your parents, your little people. Just expect this behavior. And when it happens, just love on these people. This is the closure of a very, very powerful, harsh, potent cycle. And we are closing this old cycle to make way for the new. And this, my friends, is a really beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful thing that we are finally saying goodbye to things that are not in alignment with us anymore. This sense of freedom that we're going to experience. It's there. It's kind of there for the taking. Now, my last memo for each of you under these beautiful April energies. If you are sensitive to what goes on, if you are sensitive to energies, if you are sensitive to the shifts that take place, please, please look after yourself this month. Up your self-love, up your self-care, and know that you are safe. Our whole life is being vibrated through us right now. We are up leveling the level in which our cells vibrate. We are up leveling, the position in which the planet is. So we have so much being thrown at us right now. So if you are sensitive like myself to the energies, you might find yourself all of a sudden having to lie down on the ground. You might find yourself feeling sick or going off food or going on food. I had a month through March where I really wasn't enjoying food at all in the slightest, you know. So just be very, very, very aware of that, my friends. April, you're going to be awesome. April, I absolutely love you. Ladies and gents, let me know in the chat if this has resonated with you or if this feels like it's about to be something extremely special for you and your life. Likewise, if you think that there's anything that I've missed, please do comment below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Happy Monday. Enjoy the Lucy Davis Live, and I will be back with you next week for an in-person, very feisty, very powerful Lucy Davis Live. Catch you guys later. Have the most beautiful, beautiful day.